Welcome everyone to my Go Battle League Spotlight, and today I am going to feature a team with TOXICROAK and ALOWAK. So this is a revision to my Machamp team, but here I am using TOXICROAK instead of Machamp, and this team I believe is way stronger. So first team I'm facing Tropius. So if there was Machamp here, it would straight up lose if even if it landed a Rock Slide. But here I try to go for a Mud Bomb bait, and he doesn't fall for the bait, and I shield here. I don't know why. I should have just let my Toxicroak go, but now I go for Sludge Bomb, and he will probably shield the Sludge Bomb. So if you land a Sludge Bomb on Tropius, is it will almost KO Tropius, and it resists Razor Leaf and stuff. So that's why I believe Toxicroak is better than Machamp, but it is very weak to confusion. So you have to be wary of Hypno teams. So, and I am using Alolan Marowak instead of Skarmory, and I farm down Tropius. So here he comes back with Alolan Raichu. So my Machamp team was very weak to Alolan Raichu because both Skarmory and Azumarill were very weak to Raichu, and Machamp didn't really have a good matchup versus Raichu either. So Toxicroak with Mud Bomb and Alolan Marowak with Bone Club is very good versus Alolan Raichu. So here this Shadow Ball will KO Alolan Raichu, and I have residual energy for his Registeel, and I will just go for Bone Club spam, and I'll try to do as much damage as possible with my Marowak. Now my Azumarill does this is the same Azumarill with Hydro Pump, so it has better matchups versus Steel types. So this team, you might face some trouble with Hypno if you're facing Hypno on your opponent team, but be sure to switch to your Alolan Marowak or do as much damage with your Azumarill on that Hypno as possible. You need Hypno gone because Hypno can Shadow Ball Alolan Marowak, Hypno can just Confusion down Toxicroak, and it can even beat Azumarill if it has it can land the bait Shadow Ball, and is in general very tanky Pokemon. So match number 2 versus Swaggy something. So all my matches I lead with Toxicroak. So here I get a Ready Steel lead, and he isn't switching. So I go for a Mud Bomb. So when you're going up in Go Battle League, don't ever use your charge move instantly, because your opponent is if you're facing good opponents, they usually count your fast moves and will switch. So I go usually one or two fast moves after I have reached the charge move. It has better beating potential. It has your opponent can your opponent can't beat you with it. So Meganium, I am wary of Earthquake, so it has a lot of energy built. So I do get baited here with a Frenzy Plant, but Earthquake will almost KO Alolan Marowak. Bro, I think one shot I haven't really gotten hit with an Earthquake yet, but I don't know how much damage Meganium's Earthquake do to Alolan Marowak, but it will basically put Marowak dangerously low. So he has Bastion. So here I make a mistake. I go for Bone Club. I shouldn't have. I should have just preserved my energy on my Alolan Marowak. So here I switch to Azumarill, and this is why I suggest running Hydro Pump Azumarill because of Bastiodon and Registeel. Before you Bastiodon and Registeel would almost wall Azumarill if it has Ice Beam or Play Rough, but with Hydro Pump you can nuke them. Although it doesn't one shot Registeel, but it does a lot of damage to Registeel. Double Hydro Pumping would KO. So here I get off to an Ice Beam. I farm 2 or 3 bubbles, I think more, on that Bastiodon. So here I pull off match number 2. And that's why I suggest running Ice Beam instead of Play Rough. On PV Book it suggests running Play Rough and Hydro Pump, but I feel personally that Ice Beam is better. This video is basically a spotlight of both Toxicroak and Alolan Marowak. So I will probably name it that. So here I'm facing Venusaur. So versus Machamp, this team loses, but versus Venusaur, it has a better matchup. Although Frenzy Plant does a lot of damage to Toxicroak. So here, and versus Venusaur, Toxicroak is better because it can tank a Frenzy Plant. Machamp cannot really tank a Frenzy Plant. So here I win in the one shield, but now I am facing Azumarill, but his Venusaur is down, so my Azumarill can go. So this team is kind of weak to Azumarill, but Toxicroak has soft matchups versus Azumarill, and Alolan with energy can Shadow Ball Azumarill. So here I go for a Hydro Pump, but I am in a bit of trouble because if that Azumarill is player of Hydro Pump, it can straight up beat my Alolan Marowak. So here I shield. I need to beat down this Azumarill. So I am going to build up enough energy to a Hydro Pump and switch the moment he goes for a play rough. So after they fix the switching mechanics, the switching, I can pull off way cleaner switches now. And always counter your opponent's fast moves. So here I go for a Bone Club bait, and he shields. I successfully land the bait. Now here I thought that he was going for a Hydro Pump, but he decides to go for Ice Beam. I am lagging a bit, so but I will get off Shadow Ball earlier. So now I get off a Shadow Ball, and here I make a mistake. He has Lucario in the back. I forget that he has a shield left. If I just remembered it, I wouldn't have Hydro Pumped. I would have Ice Beamed him instead. But I am in big trouble now. He goes for Power Up Punch, and he gets CMP. I don't know if that's a Shadow Ball of that or that's a Power Up Punch, but he goes for another Power Up Punch. I don't know why, but I do get off a Hydro Pump. This was very sloppy of me for forgetting that he has a shield, and I am very nervous going in the next match versus Arturo Mehdi, I think. So he leads with Skarmory. Skarmory isn't a trouble because I have a little Marowak and Azumarill, so I build up enough energy for a Mud Bomb, and I switch the moment he goes for a Sky Attack. I switch because I didn't want to burn a shield on my Toxicroak. So he switches to Lantern, and thank God I switched to Elon Marowak. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't have seen his Lantern. This team is weak to Lantern because Lantern can take down Elon Marowak and Azumarill. But Elon Marowak and Toxicroak can do heavy damage with Mud Bomb. So now I only have Toxicroak for his Lantern, and I need it gone. I need it gone as fast as possible. So I go for Mud Bomb. He has a lot of energy built. He shields, and this is probably going to be a Thunderbolt. It is. And he switches to Skarmory, and I switch to Azumarill. Again, I build a Mud Bomb before switching, so that Toxicroak has very high attack stat, so it usually wins CMP. So I go for Ice Beam on that Skarmory. That Skarmory is pretty low. I can just for Ice Beam. He doesn't shield, and I will farm it down. And he comes back with his Lantern, and I have to shield this. I have to shield this because if I don't, my Toxicroak is low. My Toxicroak cannot take down his Lantern, and if he has Altaria in the back, that's GG. So he has Venusaur in the back. Now I am scared. If my Toxicroak had better health, he might win. But I go for Ice Beam, and I don't let him farm, and I instantly go for a Sludge Bomb. Now it does do a very huge chunk of damage, but he farms my Toxicroak down, and he's going to get off a Frenzy Plant on my Azumarill. And very close match, but I lost, and I got nervous from Lantern, and I lost. I don't know what I could have done better. Maybe I could have gotten Toxicroak off with more energy. I could have switched somewhere different. I don't know. So here, match number 5. I am facing a Heracross lead. This is rare. This is the first time I'm facing a Heracross in Go Battle League. So I switched to a little Marowak because I'm not really sure Heracross's and Toxicroak's matchup. So because I switched, I have more energy on my Alone Marowak, and he switches to Haunter, which is a threat to my team. And I get up 2 Bone Clubs on that Haunter. And I do have a Mud Bomb charged on my Toxicroak. So here I don't shield. It's going to be a Shadow Punch. I don't need to shield. Marowak has done its job. It has burned both shields. And I will probably switch to my Toxicroak now. And I instantly go for a Mud Bomb. I don't want any damage on my Toxicroak from that Haunter. And it KOs Haunter. And he's probably going to. And he has Gastrodon in the back. So Gastrodon is a Mud Boy if you didn't know. It has Mud Slap, Body Slam, and Earth Power. So here I am thinking this may be a Body Slam, but he goes for Earth Power. So it's so spiced that I hadn't really faced a. I have seen people use Gastrodon in I think Timeless Cup, but I have never faced a Gastrodon myself. So I don't know what the Mud Slap count is and fast move damage. So here I am going to shield because I have enough energy for an ice beam, and I get off an ice beam. Doing close combat debuffs your hair crosses defense and attack stat, so it one shots hair cross, and I can bubble down his Castro. So this was 5 matches. Hope you liked it, and if you want, you can comment down in the video below if you want to see more matches from this team. I got like more, I think 10 more matches recorded. If you want to see, comment down below, and hope you liked my video. Subscribe for more. This is Bhuvan Ahmed signing out.